As far as I am concerned, the only Airfix market research worth a damn comes from us scale modelers who actually buy Airfix kits. And for once, they listened. And when Airfix announced they were doing a 1/35th scaled Ferret Scout car a few years back, they knew it would be popular. But what they didn't expect was the absolute feeding frenzy that followed. Modelers were queuing up like it was the last packet of Jaffa cakes in the Western world and demanding more British armour. Specifically, they wanted the Alvis Stalwart and the Saracen. Well, the Saracen's already out, the new Mark II limber version is on its way, and now, drumroll please, the Saracen Mk.5 armoured personnel carrier has arrived. And it is, in a word, proper. Looking at these CAD images that have been released, we are on to a winner so far. Now, this Saracen, it doesn't just look great. It looks like the armoured equivalent of a prop forward who has had one too many pints and is ready to headbutt a riot. It's chunky, muscular, and with all the subtlety of a brick through a window. They have replicated this in glorious miniature, and it's all there. If you've ever sat inside a real Saracen, you're gonna need a moment. The interior is mental. The amount of detail inside this thing is ridiculous. You can have doors open, hatches open, and half the British Army's kit strapped to the outside like it's moving house. It was designed by Ethan of Ferret Scout fame, who spent an absolute age making sure the hull parts fitted together without looking like a Meccano disaster. Because unlike the real Saracen, which was welded together by men with strong wrists and stronger T, this one has to click together with poly cement and not fall apart when your cat walks past. So now we have seen the CAD, let's have a look at the plastic and everything else you're going to get inside the box of this Saracen kit. Right then, here it is. We have been waiting for this one, which is the 1/35th Alvis FV603 Saracen Mk.5. What a fantastic looking box art there. Really, really nice. Look at those chunky wheels. Now, as you will all know, that the chassis and drivetrain, I think it's called, is the same as the Stalwart. So if you've built the Stalwart and know how that goes together, this will be a bit of a dream. Most of the tooling is about this part here, all around here. So yeah, fantastic, really nice. Dunlop on the tyres there at the front. So yeah, it's for me, it looks like it's on Dartmoor walls there, like, you know. And you've got the hoptocopter there over, you know, coming into land, I suppose, or just following the vehicle as it goes down the road. But yeah, fantastic box art, quite a big box. So getting this out, so it's 46 centimeters. So this will have to be sold or sent as a medium parcel. If you're buying it for someone and want to send it on Royal Mail, this won't go as a small parcel, this will go as a medium parcel. Right, let's have a quick look around it. So edge of the box, you have all the warnings in all the lingos of the world, and here you can see that its model design was 2025, and the decal schemes and the pack design is also 2025. So yeah, oh yeah, the code for it is A1385. So if you want to go and purchase one, I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can buy this kit from the Airfix site. Sorry, there you go. You've got the edge of the box there with the box art, and the same on the other side. And here you go. You've got 3 schemes in this box. So Scheme A, B Squadron, 1st Royal Tank Regiment, Northern Ireland, May 1973. So this is a proper Northern Ireland spec, and this is the one that we probably remember from the news, rumbling through streets full of family cars, looking like it was having a bad day. Enough presents to make the most committed rioter think for a moment. Yes, definitely. Well, at least it'll make it think twice. And then you have Scheme B, which is the prototype. So it's the clean, sinister, straight out the factory. And then this one here, which is the one that I'm probably going to be building. And this is the mad one, okay? Sierra Vista Police Tactical Unit in Arizona. And this one stems from 2011. So what's that then? 16 years ago? 15 years ago. And yes, it's American. So some SWAT lads probably decided they needed a proper British armoured bus and got one. And it is like seeing a red arrow in the Nevada desert. You know, it's completely wrong, but it just looks a little bit magnificent. You know what I mean? So there's your 3 schemes. Skill level of 3, and you need all these paints to do whichever scheme you want. So A, B, C, or them. And then for C, you need, for A and B, you need the extra 53 and 73. And for C, you need 77 and 93. So yeah, and there's some interesting bump there about the kit, and it's 219 pieces, so quite a bit. Anyway, I'll get a knife and let's open the box and let's see what we're going to get inside. And so they've taped it here and here. And then we'll lift it up. So there's a top opening box. It's got that corrugated look to it as well. Sorry about the sheen from the light. You know how it works. But yeah, so you're getting quite a few sprues here. So you're getting 1, 2, 3 bags of sprues, which I'll put to one side. And then you get your instructions. And inside the instructions should be the small sheets of decals. So there you are. Let's have a quick look at the decals. Let's bring them up close to the camera and then zoom in. There you go. So you can see they're in register, they're cartograph decals, and there you are, everything that you need, including the number plates and the big police, which I presume when it goes on one side then. So yeah, see, nice and big on one side, maybe small on the other, but I've yet to see the schemes complete. So there you are, some nice decals there for everyone to enjoy. Let's have a go at the instructions first. Now, I have asked the question on a few occasions, do you prefer plastic or instructions? And it doesn't seem to matter. So we'll start off with the instructions. So again, just like you're building the Stolly, you're going to be building up the chassis first and putting all the bits together. And it's pretty much a simple build, pushing through. Okay, bulkhead goes in, and lots of detail there. But as you know that putting on the suspension parts there is quite straightforward, really, very straightforward. I think putting in the shocks as well, just follow the guide as it goes along. It does show you where there's arrows pointing to how they should fit, and they're saying don't glue, but I think when I got mine in, I did actually glue them in place after, when it was all together. But it's quite simple, really, putting it through. Then you've got the port rear, port middle, and port front, and these are for the wheels. These are the actual axles. So port rear, left side, port is left. If you want to know, there's a little bit of port left in the bottle, port left. Okay, so that's how and then starboard right, obviously. And then so you're putting that. So you're doing one side first, obviously, getting all the hubs in, or is it discs in? I presume they're discs. And again, you work on the other side. Really simple. Again, starboard rear, starboard middle, starboard front, and just wait for the click. There will be a click when they go together. Nice. Again, putting in as I said, I presume they're discs. And then you start building up the seats, which do look like they come with molded seat belts in, or straps, which makes it nice. And that gets plonked in the front, easy. Seats in the rear, bench seats to go in the back, and they do have some texture, so look like they've been sat on, which is nice. Again, parts together. The steering wheel's always weird on this one, because I think the steering wheel is pointing down and away from you on here. So yeah, putting the steering wheel together onto like the dash area. So there you go. There's the steering wheel pointing the other direction. So you can see that. So it's like it's like you're sitting the wrong way really on this. Then moving through, putting on the pads for the back of the seats on the side, and adding weaponry inside as well. There's a lot of detail in this. Radio going in, more pads there. You know, I presume, I'm not too sure what these are. Anyone knows, put them in the comments. And then you've got like a brace going in there. Looks like a brace. Or is that exhaust? That might be the exhaust actually going in. Then you're doing the top of the Saracen, Saracen there, and you've got some bits there to go in for the turret on top. Again, more detail going on. The back plate for where the doors go on, you've got some foot from steps to go on. There's the doors, armoured doors with a lookout. Nice bit of glass work there to go in, I believe. And again, you can. The thing about this kit is you can have you can have the doors open or closed. So if you want to miss out the steps on the inside, you pretty much can do if you're having the doors closed. But I think most of us will have them open. More sights here going in, and you've got port assembly, starboard assembly, and that's for the front. So you've got that where the windscreen would go if it was pure glass, but it's armoured. You've got that going in, which is a nice touch. And keep moving through. Then you've got the wings going on to go over the wheels. Then you've got where the engine goes on the front, nice, and some doors to go on. Panel, access panels going on the front. A little bit of an exhaust there going in, just there. More trim for the just under the wing there, which I presume is like support struts for the wings. And I'm not too sure what that is there, so if anyone can tell me, let me know. As I say, I don't know much about the Saracen. And then you're doing the front lights, the lamps going on the front, and the canister release things there, mirrors going on, and it looks like is that indicator and mirror going on as well. So the mirrors going on, and it's telling you to drill out some parts here, and to trim off. So it'll go through the bracket there, and then you trim that bit off. Nice. Again, just adding all the small parts now to the vehicle, which goes way above my pay grade. I'm not too sure on this, what all the part names are. There's somebody out there who know it all. Then you've got putting up the wheels together. So they're 2 half wheels and then the hub in the middle. You do that 6 times and then plonk them on. And then the final part is building up the turret with the Browning M1919 going in. Or you've got a choice actually. You've got the L37 general purpose machine gun or the Browning M1919 going on. So you've got choices here on whether you're doing A, this is all A, and that's B and C on the front there, so they wouldn't have a weapon, I guess. So A's got a weapon, B and C don't have a weapon. Okay. Then finally, putting the back of the turret on. Then it's the escape hatch on top, and you've got a choice of it open or closed. So there's a lot going on here. You've got anchor points going on as well. You've got a lamp to go on the turret, and basically put it all together, and that's it really. And then you have the schemes, and you need all these colours with it. So matte bronze green main colour for this one, and there are a fire extinguisher on the upper surface. There's a fire extinguisher on top. Where's that one go then? Fire extinguisher. Just looking around, must be there. Oh, there it is there. At the back end there, you've got some fire extinguishers to go on, and probably a decal to go on it as well, which is nice. There you are, and then you turn it over, and then you have the B scheme. Again, matte bronze green for most of this. Not too many decals on this one. We're looking at, there's 6 there, 7, 8, 9, 10 decals roughly on this one. Rear light enlargement, telling you where to paint them red. And then the one that I will be doing, which I'm looking forward to, is this one here, the 334 Sierra Vista Police Tactical Unit. And yeah, so you got the big decal saying Sierra Vista Police there, and a smaller one on the other side. And got them on the back there. And then you've got this very, very simple matte desert yellow over it all. And then it looks like you're using matte navy blue, which is the Humbrol numbers on here as well. Cool. Very nice. And there is the instructions done. So then, it's time to go looking in the bag of swags. Let's have a look. And then we'll get the knife, open up a bag. And have a good look at the sprues. This is the first bag. I'll put the bag down here. And in here, you will have 1, 2, 3 sprues plus the clear, but we'll do the clear last. This is scheme B, frame B, this one. And, just looking on the wheels, it doesn't have Dunlop written on them. Okay. So this doesn't have any branding on the wheels. So frame B, we'll bring it up so you can have a good look. And we'll zoom in so you can see. And again, lovely crisp parts. I can't see any short shot or flash, any sink on mine. If you spot it, please put it on the in the comments. But no, it's looking pretty fresh. Looking at the tread, standard tread for a Dunlop tyre. So yeah, we'll just have a look on the back. And most of the ejector pin marks are on the back, which is good. Hidden away so you won't see them. There you are. So there you go. That one is sprue B. Sprue C. We'll just have a look and see the detail. There's the machine guns there. Some nice detail on these parts. So I'm just going to try and zoom in a bit better so you can see. There's the seat there with the molded in lap or the straps, seat belts. There's some of the turret there. Again, lovely. Again, I can't see. Look at that. Look at the pads there. Well worn. Plenty of butt cheeks have worn them down. And there's the pads at the back for your back rests. There's your radio. Some detail on the radio there. Lots of parts here. Flip them over so you can see the back just quickly. Very nice indeed. As I said, all the ejector pin marks are in the correct place. Again, no short shot or no flash. Okay, the main body, let's have a little looky. So you can see what we're getting. I'll just get him down there and then come up close, and then we'll try and zoom in best we can. There you are. All the this is all raised here, and the I'll say rivets, but it's not rivets, is it? Raised as well. Bits of the chassis there, the side of the hull. There you are. There's the floor pan. Really, really nice detail on this. Turn them over, and again, all the ejector pin marks are in the wrong way. Look at the detail on that door, and they've managed not to put any ejector pin marks on there. It's all here in the middle, which is nice. So you've got some nice detail there to play with. Again, there's the ejector pin marks at the back here. So the ridges, you can see the ridges being pushed through. Tidy, very, very nice. So that was frame A. Sorry, that's frame A. So if I'm doing it out of order. Right. Right, here we go. This one is frame F, which has quite a lot of smaller parts with it. And we're going to bring them up, and then hopefully it will zoom in nicely. There you go. And you can see all the parts that are required here. So I've not found any short shot yet. That's good. Look at that steering wheel. Even has the grip molding in, you know, where your fingers go. It's really nice kit, this. Lots of little parts for you to enjoy painting and cleaning up. There's your steps at the back. Lovely. And flip them over again. You can see that there's everything seems to be in order here. You've got ejector pins there, which is fine, but you won't see them. Most of it's all hidden away, which is what we like to see. So again, frame F, that's frame F. Frame G. So there you've got the front there, and you've got arrows on here, which is nice, showing you which way they're going to go, I suppose. Very strange on this. Look at that. So this must be side moded. Turn them over. Look at that. So very nice indeed. So that's frame G. Then we have the last bag with sprues in, which contain two sprues, and this one is D. This one's D, frame D. So again, we'll bring it up close so you can see most of it's all axles, and the hubs there all separate. Then you've got your tie down points, or they call them U-boats. There's your suspension there. This is all. I think this is mostly from what you would have seen if you built the Stowart. They may have borrowed this from the Stowart. I think they did. Yeah. It's coming back to me now a little bit. Bit loose here, but I think that's all right. Again, turn them over so you can see on the back where the ejector part points are clearly hidden away, or parts have to be trimmed off here. But yes, very nice. And again, no short shot I can see. Just looking here. Yeah, all looking good, all looking good. And then you've got framey, which again are your tools, which this was definitely on the stalwart. So you've got your jerry cans, your water butts, your plank of wood, aerial. You got your two types, because there's two types on the stalwart, wasn't there? I can't know what they're called now. Put it in the comments again. Well, basically these are aerial bases. Aerial bases. You got your pickaxe, handle, shovel. These are your fire extinguishers, and then you've got your radios there, which I don't think you'll use on this kit. So you got framey, and then your clear part. Oh, it's already slightly open there. We'll just drag that through. And these are all your clear parts, and they've got texture on them, they've got a look on them. Can you see that? We'll just get in closer, you can see that. Very, very nicely done. Well presented. And the glass looks very, very good as well. Can't say fairer than that about the glass. Yeah, all good. There's nothing wrong with my kit anyway. No sink, no short shot. A very, very well-rounded kit. So, what's the verdict? You know, the Saracen isn't some delicate museum piece. This is a proper working class hero of the Cold War and the Troubles. Built to go anywhere, carry squaddies and look intimidating whilst doing it. And in 1/35th scale, it's a chunky little monster that sits perfectly with its ferret and stalwart stablemates. So, if you're into post-war British armour, this kit is the one you've been waiting for. Build it with everything open, stick some storage on it, weather it like it's done 3 tours of Northern Ireland, and it could look like it could still sort out a riot. You know, the Saracen is available now on the Airfix website for £33.99. And my advice, clear your workbench, cancel any social engagements and prepare for a proper modelling session. Because this, ladies and gentlemen, is bloody brilliant. And also, if you want to win one, please like the video and in the comments, just put your thoughts about this kit. Is it something you want to build? Is it going to be a winner for Airfix? And I will choose a winner in around 2 weeks and get one of these Saracens shipped out to you. And I think that's it from me. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, then please subscribe. It really does help the channel. All you've got to do is click subscribe, or ring that bell, click all to be notified when I release a new video. And to subscribe to this channel is completely free. In one of the 4 corners will be a playlist or other content on my channel you may like to watch, and hopefully I'll see you over there.
No, I just wanna say hello.